Hey, it's Ricky Baldasso here from Metric Driven Marketer, and in this video, I want to show you how to use my free plus shipping funnel ROI calculator. So if you've got this calculator, I'm guessing that you would have read this blog post where I talk a little bit about how to use it and the benefit of it and things like that. So if you actually haven't read this blog post, make sure that you do. If you just click the logo here, you'll be taken to the blog post. So essentially, what you do is you fill out these numbers here highlighted in gray. So your cost per click, your PPC ad budget, and so on. And there's two columns here. One is for if you're actually running a free plus shipping funnel, you want to put your actual numbers in here. And then what you can do is you can put some goal numbers in here, and then you'll be able to see the difference in your ROI and things like that over here in these two columns. If you don't already have a free plus shipping funnel built that you're running traffic to, you can just use this as kind of two things just to kind of forecast your results, like two different variations there. So that's kind of what's going on here. Here's a little map of like what the funnel looks like if you set it up the way I talk about in the blog post. And there's actually, there's 8 tabs here, and there's, so this one, and this one are all the ROI calculator. And it's because there's 4 different ways you can do your upsells typically for this type of funnel. The first version here is if your core upsell is a continuity offer, and then your downsell is a trial of your continuity offer. And then this second one here is if your core upsell is just like a info product, say, $99, for example, and then your downsell is a installment plan of 3 installments payment plan. For example, 3 payments of 33. So that's what this one's all about. And then this third one is if your upsell is just a trial of a continuity offer and then you don't have a downsell. And then this fourth one is if your core upsell is just an info product and then your core downsell is also just an info product with no payment plans or continuity or anything like that. So those are the 4 ROI calculators. And then there's also a tracking sheet for each of them. And again, I encourage that you go back to that blog post and I'll kind of talk more in detail. I talk a bit more in detail about all this stuff. So essentially similar here, you're filling out these gray, just these gray parts, and everything else will get populated, right? So you know your daily spend, how many sales you make on the day, how many upsells you make, how many downsells, and then your order bump sales as well. And then everything else just gets magically populated. So something I'll mention here, and again, there's one tracking sheet for each of the 4 different types of funnels. So only use the one that relates to you. So for example, if your upsell is continuity and your downsell is a trial, you'll only be using these 2 sheets. And then you just can ignore the other ones. And just something that's important that I talk about in the blog post is your, in this tracking sheet, your revenue and your costs, the formula that's happening here is basing off what you put in here, but then also what you've put in here in your actual ROI calculator. And these are these metrics here relate to this. So make sure that you fill out this properly, and then you can use the rest of this stuff just for forecasting purposes. But if you actually run like this kind of this spreadsheet here is for forecasting, and then this tracking one is for actually tracking the real deal, day by day. So make sure that this here is correct, because these are used in the formula here. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. but yeah, that pretty much covers it. So enjoy it. And again, if you haven't read that blog post, make sure you click on my logo here, and then yeah, you can go read it. Cheers.